Hi, good morning, parents. My name is Mariana de los Santos, and I will be introducing you to our new program through Kenmont, the Serious Program, helping kids shine to their brightest version. Kenmont School has established a formal collaboration with Bloom Children's Center, and we're going to talk more about this center established in Mexico. You will be hearing mostly about Dr. Lorena and myself. Dr. Lore is a developmental pediatrician, and I'm a board certified behavior analyst. We have been fortunate to collaborate for so many years now, and we have also had the opportunity to visit different schools and collaborated with schools in different countries. So last August, before the school year started in Kenmont, we were invited to present part of our experience with Kenmont's teachers and staff. And that was very fun. They were very curious about what we did, and they shared some of their concerns. We work with a lot of kids with different problems and diagnoses, and that's what we love. So Kenmont decided to formalize this collaboration after that training that we gave back in August. And today it's a very brief meeting. We'll be covering some important things about the program, like the purpose, who is it for. We're going to talk more about the collaboration and how will this work. And we'll also cover what you need to do as a parent, and then questions. In this case, since it's a pre-recorded meeting, you'll be able to send questions via email or directly with Julie in the Kenmont School. Our purpose with this serious program is to identify early needs that may interfere with the development, functionality, and independence of the children in order to make the necessary adaptations and recommendations so that they can benefit as much as possible from Kenmont's educational context. Another purpose is to inform and provide tools and give support to families so that they can make informed decisions when advocating for their children. So I'm inserting again this serious program slide, helping kids shine to their brightest version. We really love the name of the program because it represents what we want to do. But I also want to share not so happy experience Lore and I had with a school in Mexico. We were there to visit one of the kids that we work with, and we were so excited to see all the progress he's had and all the things that he was doing, like following instructions, and he would work. His independent skills were very, very good. His social skills during recess, everything was great, and we were so excited. Of course, he had some disruptive behaviors every now and then, but the school didn't want to give this kid a chance. They were mostly focusing on the negative things, what he wasn't doing at that moment. So that was very sad to see for us, because that being inclusive part wasn't present, and the way they couldn't see all the good things. So I just wanted to point this out because Kenmont has been so amazing about supporting these kids that could be struggling for different reasons, and that's exactly why this program started. So you may be wondering, who is this for? My kid doesn't have any problem behavior. He's an angel. This is for every children in the school. We won't be doing it with all the grades. Lore and I usually work with early intervention. We do early intervention, so we focus on the younger kids. So we will not cover all the school, but if you're seeing this video, we will be part of some observations in the classrooms, and you should consider this a general screening process. You may go to your pediatrician and have a general screening for your child, but this will be more in the school context, where we will be able to see and may identify some skills that your kid may be doing or lacking, or maybe some disruptive behaviors that could be interfering with his daily life. So it's for everyone. We may see some kids that stand out for some behaviors, as I was saying, or we may not, but this is a general screening. We will not be doing one-on-ones. Our first step will be a classroom observation, but I will literally be standing without doing anything. You will be sent to sign a consent where you'll see all this information that I am mentioning. And if you decide if you're okay with this, then that will be our first step. We wouldn't do anything until we have your further consent. So if we do see something in the classroom and it's your kid, we will contact you and we'll let you know those observations, and then we'll suggest a follow-up plan. And we'll talk more about this in the following slides. Who will be doing this monitoring and how? So as I said, Lore and myself, we have worked together with so many kids and so many schools, and we will be doing the observations. It will be mostly me in vivo, so hopefully we can meet sometime soon in person, but we may add some teammates from the Bloom Center that are here in this slide, like Paula, Isabella, Sarai, and Adri. I also want to share a little bit about Bloom. It's a clinic for children. We see kids from 1 to 8 years old, and we cover all the parts from diagnosis to assessments and treatment or intervention of behavioral and or developmental problems. And I mentioned some of them here, like food selectivity, disruptive behaviors, sleep disorders, and we have so many more. Our approach and everything that we do is based on the principles of applied behavior analysis, and we do the interventions through naturalistic teaching. That means we are always taking into consideration every child's motivation, and we do personalized programs for them, and everything is mostly through play. We established the first clinic back in 2013 in Monterrey, Mexico, and right now we are providing services for around 30 families. And in the Mexico City clinic, that was established in 2020, and we have 11 families. Here's a picture of the clinic in Bloom, Monterrey, and another one from Bloom in Mexico City. Lore is mostly in Mexico City. She travels to Monterrey maybe once a month to see some of the kids here. And I am in Monterrey, and I often go to Mexico City. I also go to Brownsville. That's how this project will be, how we'll make it real. And the reason we decided to collaborate with Kenmont School is because our vision, and I'm sharing it here, goes it's very related to what Kenmont is looking for. Our vision is to inspire an inclusive world that supports people to develop to their fullest potential. And when we say inspire, we are thinking about teachers. That's what we did when we shared about what we usually do, Lore and me, with that talk that I gave in Kenmont in August. They were inspired. They wanted to know more. They wanted strategies to help their kids. And then after the talk, Julie approached me and said, we need to do this. We need to start a program, and we need to help these kids that need that, and we need to help the family. So that's why we're here, and that's why we decided to collaborate and really work on this beautiful, serious program. And why is it important to monitor children's development? Well, what research says, it's the earlier you identify any needs, the best outcome you will have. It's a best prognosis for your child. So we may find, and we will not be diagnosing, even if Lore is a developmental pediatrician, She will not do any diagnosis. I will never tell you, oh, this may be this or that, or I'm sure this is it. That's not the purpose. We just want to help and the kids to take advantage of what Kenmont is offering. And if there are some things like behaviors or the lack of skills at that moment, we want to teach the child those skills so that those behaviors decrease and they can function better in their daily life and really take advantage of what Kenmont and the world has to offer. But here are some developmental disabilities like ADHD, autism spectrum disorders, intellectual disability, global developmental delay, and communication disorder, just to name a few. But the most important thing about monitoring children's development is the opportunity that they can receive early intervention. We may not find anything in the majority of the kids, but if we do find something, that's the best opportunity. And there is a study that says that if a child hasn't developed language by age 5, it's very likely that he will never develop language skills. So he won't be vocal when he wants to communicate his wants or needs. So age 5 is just around the corner for so many. We want to really identify it and start teaching what they lack before it's too late. And just a graph so you can get an idea of some numbers: ADHD, 10%, and then intellectual disabilities, 3%, autism spectrum disorders, 1 child in 44. That's very, very frequent. And then speech delay, 5%. So you may be wondering, what if they find something, they identify something in my child? We will not do anything. The first thing we'll do is call you and say, we want to have a meeting with you, and we're just going to point out what we observed. And this is just going to be based on my data recording, the observations that I did. And then I may ask if you want to give me more information, maybe have an interview, understand more what's happening in home or other contexts. So we'll have a meeting and then we'll suggest a follow-up plan. And this follow-up plan could have basic strategies. It could include some modifications for school or for home, or we could also suggest to do a developmental assessment. And this is done by either me or Lore or one of the people from my team. But there are different assessments that we use, but most of them will help us understand where this kid is in each developmental area. So just to name a few, we have receptive communication, expressive communication, cognition, play, social skills, cognition, already said cognition, sorry, independent skills, and behavior, imitation as well. So we will see, based on the age where that kid is he demonstrating the skills that he's supposed to have or not, and where are those gaps in his development? That's the purpose of the developmental assessment. And then after we do that, we will do personalized plan with goals for that child. And then the way we work from there will be up to each of the parents that we talk with. Of course, this is optional, but it's to help have the best opportunity for the kids in the moment that we identify whatever we identify. And we could also suggest telehealth sessions. We conduct those. We work with different families from different states, from different countries that cannot come to us physically. And that would be the case with the families that are okay with continuing with this support. So parents will act as mediators, we'll give them strategies, and we'll try to work with the priorities of the families Of course, we'll suggest the goals, but we want to understand what the family is struggling with in the home or in other places, and then we work from there. Or if we are suspicious about any diagnosis, we, like I said, we're not going to tell you like, oh, this is it, because a diagnostician has to do it with tools, a diagnostician who is certified with those tools. So we could do a referral, but that's, you don't have to do a diagnosis to start the other strategies that I mentioned before. Those will be just suggestions. We'll be there to guide you in case we find something. So what do you have to do as a parent? We had a meeting on November 16th. So watch this video. You're already watching it. So first step, check. Another thing you have to do is communicate any questions. I know this is a topic that could be intimidating for some, but don't worry, we're here to help. And Kenmon has the best idea on helping, and we want to make this the best possible process, but we know it could be difficult. Just do not hesitate to contact if you are uncertain about anything or curious or whatever. I'm going to put the emails in the next slide, but you can also approach Julie in the Kenmon School. And then you'll be sent out a consent. So just read that very carefully and sign it. Kenmon School will be taking control of who has signed, who hasn't. So those are the things that you will have to do. That's it. These are our emails. I know you know Julie. I also added my email there, and Lore and I talk daily. So any question, please feel free to contact us. And that's it. Thank you for your time, for your attention, and hope we can meet soon. Bye.